sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. And out of a sudden, you came through the door. At the next table, your whiskey neat, the lights were dimmed as our eyes met, and you saw me. And forevermore, I like to share that vintage dream.
Well, hello and welcome back. We are in the living room today, and I wanted to add some summer vibes in here as well. So we have a large living room, and I'll take the camera off and let y'all see. I have a lot of stuff over here on my table that we keep in this area, so please ignore that. But it spans, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows, and it just spans across the back. We love it here. It shows the back acreage that we own. We owe all the way back to the tree line, and there's a river that runs right there. I tried to turn the fan off for you guys because I feel like that's a little bit distracting, but I can't get it to turn off. My husband knows how to operate that, but I do not. My name is Nicole Cole. I am the Vintage Southern Belle. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are not, let's get started today, and let me take you off this thing and let y'all kind of see what I've got to start with. Let me just go ahead and pan. There's my husband's area over there, and I've got stuff on the floor that I'm going to use. But we have a couch on this side, my recliner, a coffee table, and then another couch on this side. And then over in this corner is where I have that corner hutch that I did with you guys, and a table. And Bear is watching the wind is blowing. It knocked some flowers over outside. It's about to storm here. So if you see rain and it gets a little darker, everything's fine. So I'm gonna turn you around here in a little bit, but first let's work on this area and get this all dolled up for summer. I've already added, I bought this bedding. It is bedding I bought from, Piper Classics. I have the blue and white stripe, the red and white stripe. We had a bunk room in our old house at the lake, and in that bunk room, everything was red, white, and blue, and the kids loved it, but I want to use it because, I spent a lot of money on it, but I want to add my blue pillows to it. So I have several blue pillows, several. This one I actually got from Target a couple of years ago, or a year ago when we first moved into the house. But I'm just going to add in the larger ones on either side. Hey, Bear. Hey, buddy. Hey, baby. So the larger ones on either side. And then I have a really pretty blue, kind of a velvety looking one. Bought this cover off of Amazon. I'll share it with y'all. And this one. This is the one I bought off of Amazon that I shared with you all in my haul. This thing is so soft, but I want to kind of mix up with the stripes and the solids and the different textures. Then I just bought these from Target. These have blue and green and just a hint of pink that almost has a reddish tinge to it. So I'm going to use that right there. I love the mismatch. I think it's beautiful. Let's do this other couch. This couch has my buffalo print. This is what I use at Christmas. So I thought I'd just bring it out. I brought my striped pillow, the same one I had over there. Bear's going to sit nice and pretty in the center for you guys because he's a sweet boy. Yeah. So I'm going to put my pillows. I'm going to kind of change up where I did the striped on the outside. On this side, I'm going to do it on the inside. So I do kind of mix it up. pillows. I like my pillows nice and square. I know a lot of people do that, and I've had some people ask me. I just don't like it. I love them to be nice and fluffy. And I did that backwards. You let me do it backwards. Yeah. So the striped on this side, the blue on this side. The striped and the blue. My other blue pillow from Target. This is the threshold line as well. Let me put this right here. I'm going to sneak it right behind you, okay? All right, so now that we've got kind of our furniture set up, let's work on our vignettes on our table. I recently picked this up from Kirkland's, and it was, you can see the red tag on it. It was $24, and then I got some percentages off. But isn't that gorgeous? And I thought, oh, that would be pretty on the center of our coffee table. And that is where it's going to go. And now let me decide what I'm going to put on it. Probably something blue and white. Just a couple books. A pretty blue and white vase. And do this little pot with some greenery in it. And I need to decide if I want to do, yeah. I've got several of these. I use them in my red, white, and blue room, but I thought it would be really pretty in here for summer. I do like that. Let's see. There we go. Now let's decide what we're going to do behind us. I'm going to keep this side table pretty simple. This is an old high school dictionary. I'm going to turn it over and backwards. So all you see are the pages and the red. I have another red, another one of this artwork like I put on the coffee table, and I'm just going to use that over to the side. And that's all I'm going to do. We have company that come a lot, and so they can put their glasses and all around. So that's all I'm going to do here. Let's move to the other side. This is the little table that sits between my husband and I. So I am just going to do very similar to what I did on that. I'm going to use a blue book with the pages and this artwork. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the little red wagon. Very simple. You know, I don't want anything to get broken. So this is the last area we're going to do today. I'm going to wait another day to do that over there because it is a complete disaster. We may do that in the breakfast room together. I did add my bunting on the center. I bought this at Hobby Lobby, and I added this table over to the side. I don't think y'all have ever seen that. I just added it yesterday playing. Blue and white pots that you see on the floor, that's the ones that I had the American flags, and I'm thinking I want them in the mantle somehow. So let's get to playing with that. So in true fashion, I'm going to start dead center, and I'm going to add my blue pots. And these already had some greenery in them. These are stems that I had bought from Pine and Ivy on Facebook. You can look them up. But I am going to do those on either side. Now I want to add some flags, just like I did. These are the ones like I did in the dining room. I think I mentioned that already. And I may can only do one. Let me see, I may have to move it over. That's so sweet. Just taking my greenery and kind of holding that flag down just a bit. Perfect. Let me do this other side. See if I can get it the same. Never. think I'm pretty close, guys. Let me step back and make sure I've got them even, because that will drive me nutso. This one is slightly out. That looks good. Now, I've used this in the center before, but I used the welcome out. So I think I'm going to turn it this way. Put some greenery in it. This is the same greenery that I had in the black pot that I'm going to put in this. Some wood pieces. I need some over there. What if I did a birdhouse? I like that. Don't think I do. I'm gonna scratch my husband's TV and I'm gonna be in trouble. All right, so here's what I kind of come up with. These are the blue pots that I bought from Kirkland's, and I just stuck some greenery that I got from Pine and Ivy in each one. I added 3 books, and I have these little white birds that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I think I'm just going to add them for a whimsical touch. This is the little baby. I do want something in front of this. I haven't made my mind up yet. Let me think on that a little bit more, but other than that, I love the way the living room's turned out. Let me show y'all everything. I wanted to give y'all a little close-up of the mantle. I did the birds in this area, which added a little whimsical feel to it. I did add my little pulleys. These just added a rustic feel in the middle. And then I added a little bit more blue and white and my frames in the back. I would love to add a wood piece behind, just up here all the way across. I think that would be beautiful. It would give me some depth. That's why I added those frames on the back, just for more wood elements. I love the look of wood. You know, when we moved into this house, this whole wall was wood, and I'll insert a picture for y'all to see. And I painted all of this. The sides are reposed gray, and then the center is alabaster white with alabaster white columns on either side. But I do like the wood elements just to warm it up. I did paint, you know, the center. I would love to redo the tile at the bottom, but you know, guys, we just got to pick our battles and deal with what we have. But over here, I added this table. This was in the entryway. And I kept thinking that this area looked so flat. So I added this table. I would love to do something on this side, but I don't think it looks bad to have two different looks on either side. I've been talking to my husband about doing some shelving on this wall, but after adding this table, I love the dimension of it and may do something on this other side, but for right now, I'm just gonna enjoy it the way it is. Now let's look at our little vignettes. I did add a little doily on this just to soften it a bit. This is what I was mentioning to you guys about if you see a doily or any crocheted piece. I love the real soft or very delicate looking ones. I'm not much on the crochet with heavy crochet. I love the more doily looking ones, but it just softened that area, and I love the way it's just very simple but super sweet. So our couch areas, which I love the mixture of the stripes, the florals, the plaids, very pretty. But then we just did a very simple vignette over here. Just a book and some artwork. I think that's really sweet. And then in between, my husband and I, we did the same thing basically. And I did do some blue and white Roseville pottery down below just to add some color in that little table. Once again, Bear is posing for you guys. But this area, you know, we did the striped on this side instead of the buffalo plaid, and I love the look of it as well. The room turned out pretty. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have an awesome weekend.